Hi, I'm Zach, and I'm with Julie today in the Crutchfield studio to talk about the Canon EOS 7D digital camera. Now, we each got a chance to take this home, and there's really tons to talk about. We'll just cover the highlights today.
Right. So one of the first things I noticed when I started using it was the autofocus. Canon took the 9-point autofocus system that was on previous models and they overhauled it big time. So you get a very smart, very fast 19-point autofocus system in this camera. And honestly, when I was using it, it felt like the camera was reading my mind about what I wanted to focus on. It was that fast.
Now, one of the 7D's main improvements is that it now has 2 processors inside, which makes the whole operation of the camera that much more snappy, but it's really important when you're shooting in the burst mode at 8 frames per second. Great for when you're shooting sports, wildlife, or just a wiggly kid out in the backyard.
Right. Another thing that I liked about the EOS 7D is that they've given it a better viewfinder. Now, previous models had a 95% coverage viewfinder, which might sound pretty good, but it does mean that as you're taking a picture, you're having to remind yourself, I need to allow for some margin around the edges. This viewfinder is a 100% coverage viewfinder. That means that what you see is exactly what you get.
Here's something I really like, and I know Canon shooters have been waiting around for a while. If you have a SpeedLite at home, the pop-up flash can now trigger that SpeedLite from across the room. So you can set up the perfect lighting for portrait shots. It's really nice to have.
So one last thing to mention about the EOS 7D is its HD movie mode. I like to see that built into an SLR because it gives you a great backup option for capturing footage. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be tossing your video camera out anytime soon. Another thing that's kind of fun about this is you get to play with some of the shooting modes on the camera, any lenses you might have, and manual focus. And the results are pretty fun and they look really good.
Yeah, I had a great time playing with that. And as you can see, this is a very powerful camera. You get a lot of control over your picture taking, and it's built like a rock. We've really just scratched the surface of what it can do here today. If you want to see what it does in real-world conditions, check out my blog post at crutchfield.com/EOS7D-blog.
Right. You can also get full specs online at crutchfield.com/Canon EOS 7D. Or you can give us a call with any questions you have.